on deck from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Recently deemed the third poorest city in America.
This fact alone is enough to motivate us as well as the community to address the social issue that is poverty.
We started All Hands on Deck to help fight the social problem of poverty being a barrier to physical activity, and we were hoping to address that issue.
All Hands on Deck, in essence, will introduce and integrate the sport of wall ball into the community of Roanoke Rapids.
Well, first we would take the $25,000 and we would use $15,000 of it to build 4 wall ball courts at the TJ Davis Recreation Center. It would be one big concrete slab with a wall in the middle of it that would be sectioned off into 4 courts. We would also be able to put basketball goals at the end of each slab and have 2 separate basketball courts, so it would be multi-purpose, but specifically for us, we would look at using it for wall ball. 2,000 of the remaining 10,000 would be used to buy goggles, gloves, balls, things like that, in order to play the game, and then the remaining $8,000 we would use to set up a citywide tournament as well as to provide some instruction clinics.
The purpose of this project is to reach the children of the low poverty areas of Roanoke Rapids. Little children could play this game, also older adults. They could play this too, and teenagers. Anybody can show interest into this sport. All you have to do is just come up to the courts whenever you see a game is being played and just join in free of cost. So with All Hands on Deck, you build personal relationships with your peers. It doesn't always have to be business. It can be fun. You get to learn who they are and what they're about. You can meet families, and you also just build lifelong friendships that you can always value.
One of our main goals is to stay away from sports evangelism. And at Skaterstown, they were using skateboarding as the focal point to get these kids back into the community and form bonds. But here at All Hands on Deck, we're planning on having volunteers come by and be more like a mentor for them and build more social bonds that way and make them more natural. These won't be like a structured setting, so they'll feel more natural when they're creating these bonds. As a mentor, you just be like a role model for the group or for the youth and show them how bonds create closer communities and make people more willing to be out there and play handball at our courts and create bonds that will last. As kinesiologists, we understand the importance of physical activity in sport as it relates to individual everyday lives and society or communities as a whole. So, we believe that the sport of wall ball can have a positive effect on the 6 major spheres of life, which are education, religion, politics, family, media, and economy, as they relate to our community. The biggest reason why we believe that it can help address this social problem of poverty is because of how inexpensive it is. So basically, for anybody that wanted to play, all they need is a rubber ball, which can, be bought for $1, and any kind of wall. So through implementing wall ball, we believe that we can kind of level the playing field, and children or even adults of all ages can play without having to worry about expenses or expensive gear or fees and things like that exist in sports such as soccer, basketball, and football.
As we look around the country, access, specifically equitable access, is one of the biggest problems and one of the major issues, period, that our country, that the entire world has been fighting for. So I think that's something big that we need to address. So as far as in the community, we believe this project will give everyone an opportunity to be a part of something that's a lot bigger than themselves, or even less than that, just to be a part of something, because that's essentially what all of us kind of would like to be. We're human beings, and we want to feel connected, and we want to feel as though what we are part of is part of something bigger. Introducing wall ball, especially in an impoverished community such as the one we're addressing, will give the kids and give multiple families an avenue to come together and have something, or a sport or an activity they can do together, and something that they can enjoy. And so in realizing or introducing handball, we wanted to make sure that it was an activity that everyone could join in and be a part of, whereas sports such as maybe football or basketball, there's a lot of fees. Honestly, it takes $1. You buy, $1 ball and you're ready to go, and anyone can join in and kind of enjoy themselves and feel a part of something, and start building a relationship with people in their communities. So in these larger communities, whether it's Charlotte, Raleigh, or Greensboro, even Asheville, for instance, we see that the more access that people have to be a part of something creates a better community, creates a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle for all of those involved. So essentially, all hands on deck. Our main goal is to start creating these avenues, or start to create a different culture and different structures for the younger generation to hopefully build a base and eventually move up, so that we can create better opportunities for those in these communities.
Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Good volley, man.
The sport speaks for itself.